y'all can see, well, this is where I get after with this old rinsing thing. I rinse them pots out, and I put them like that. And well, I'm supposed to rinse them, but sometimes I cut corners a little bit. Well, I'm just like you. Don't judge me none. But I know you guys thought this was gonna be a homestead video and you didn't prepare well for a restaurant industry, but yeah, we getting after it. We getting after it. So Tristan there, tall. Well, they sent me in the cooler to do a little fetching. Well, if Nick was here, he caught this one. Well, he wouldn't come back out of here. But woo, I maybe drink me one or two of them and I'll be ready to go. That's right, guys. Well, making our way home now. Well, it's been a long day. I've been busting them suds and we're sweeping that floor and taking the trash out. Made it home successfully, and looked like, well, we walked right in on Maria. She's in here making her own, I guess, handmade soap. Let's see how it turns out. Now that I've finally clocked in at my real job here, well, that little scoop there, well, that's my co-worker. And well, I'm gonna go ahead and get some grain, and Maria's gonna feed them, peeling these up, and well, I'll take y'all on a rendezvous around the house feeding country style. So, newbie girl there. Newbie, you better get out. Oh, I told you to get out of there. Cross the creek, back again with another one, guys. And well, this one's starting off a little different. The reason being is, well, I'm gonna bring you guys with me on a part-time job tour. But then after that, we're getting back to the homestead and well, back to our full-time job, you and I. But I'm gonna take you up here. I'm gonna hold this camera maybe kind of discreetly where you can meet some of the people and kind of see what we do. And well, then I'm gonna bring you back to the homestead. And well, you know we're gonna feed them animals and whatever we got left on the agenda. But enjoy this ride through the country and well, enjoy that tune. And when it goes off, well, be time to clock in. There's old Carson right there. That's who I've been irritating this morning. He made me clean that fryer out. Well, I showed you guys I was making my way on up. Let me show you. Well, this is where I get after that right here. But, let me show you what I'm after in that old freeze. Well, this is the area here I'm getting after it in. Well, Carson thought it was funny. I got to get the French fries and all out of this freeze. Well, kind of like you used to do back in your teen days. And well, they way back over in there deep. But let me get them guys out of there. Whoa. Getting that bacon laid out. Listen to this old little cone, do things a little different around here. Lay on that. Next job on the list, I gotta cut these potatoes up. Carson's still hollering out stuff to do. I just say, yes, chef. Some people don't say Carson, no chef, I guess. Let me get this done, guys. I'll check back in with you here in a minute. Now I'm sitting here enjoying this old catfish plate. Well, I done said yes, chef enough, and now I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. Got my plate here, and well, my lemonade right there. As y'all can see, well, this is where I get after with this old rinsing thing. I rinse them pots out, and I put them like that. And well, I'm supposed to rinse them, but sometimes I cut corners a little bit. Well, I'm just like you. Don't judge me none. But I know you guys thought this was gonna be a homestead video and you didn't prepare well for a restaurant industry, but yeah, we getting after it. And well, I appreciate some of you coming on with me. Well, some of you spent y'all's off day. Well, in here listening to old Red and watching these dishes with me today. Well, listen to Carson and say, yes, chef. Yes, chef. Every time they come to me somewhere, they say, yes, chef. Well, I done worked old Carson an attitude over there. He's running high like an old Buick, well, with a busted radiator on it. But I'm getting them done nonetheless. And well, I'm after it, and well, that's the big picture. Just like it's going with this, I'm gonna go like this is cooking, and well, I'll be on my way home and I see what Maria's doing. Well, we're gonna feed them animals up, and you guys know we gotta punch that clock and get clocked out. Get clocked out. Yes, sir. We're getting them loaded. Once we get them loaded, well, to the height they supposed to be, well, we take them and well, we stick them inside the trailer. It's got them old fancy motors on. I don't know if it's a 5.3 Vortec or what. It's got this set up here, and well, you shut that down. Shut that old lever down. Well, it's off. Well, they sent me in the cooler to do a little fetching. Well, if Nick was here, he caught this one. Well, he wouldn't come back out of here. But woo, I maybe drink me one or two of them and I'll be ready to go. They got this beef here, and well, this is where we come in and get the meat. Well, we go on back out there to get back after. As you can tell, well, we're walking on up out of there, and well, let's head on back to that homestead, and well, let's look forward to getting after it. That's right, guys. Well, making our way home now. Well, it's been a long day. I've been busting them suds, and well, sweeping that floor and taking the trash out. Well, and breaking them boxes down. That's right, we ain't above it, not one bit. We making our way home, and well, when we get there, we'll see how it all works out. Y'all come on with it. Now it's time to really clock in. Check in with y'all once we get there. Made it home successfully. It looked like, well, we walked right in on Maria. She's in here making her own, I guess, handmade soap. We'll see how it turns out. Well, I made it back out. I went in there to check on Maria, and well, she was whipping up that soap, well, homemade soap, and we're gonna try how that works out. But I got my eyes on this old fence wire here. You guys know, well, shout out to Rachel on this, and we always grateful anytime you guys make a donation to the creek. But it means that it's time for me to go ahead and go to work, and well, that guy's heading. But this guy's here is gonna be, well, we're gonna use him to create gates on the entries and exits out of the pasture there, and well, we're gonna board them up with 2x4 and staple them in. You're not gonna see that on this episode, but we're just getting ready for these tasks and starting to get things knocked out. I'm gonna go out and do some feeding. Got the boys out again today. Well, you know what they're doing. Hands are always on nothing, especially Mrs. Who Cares What You Step In there. Let's race on down and get some grain. Now that I've finally clocked in at my real job here, well, that little scoop there, well, that's my co-worker. And well, I'm gonna go ahead and get some grain, and Maria's gonna feed them, peeling these up, and well, I'll take y'all on a rendezvous around the house feeding country style. Skylar's got that thing unplugged, so I'm gonna make my way on in. They say they want some corn. Anybody want some corn here? We got fresh corn for anybody hungry. Come on. It's like old school Nickelodeon days. Where you watch Who Wants Peas. You better not. Whoa. He said y'all better get out of there right now. I'm sick of it. Let's take some more of the crop here. Woo. We just tripping like a little song. Right on top of that wood thing. And well, first one figured out to get on over there, I reckon. So, that's it for this area. Oh, newbie girl there. Newbie, you better get out. Whoa, I told you to get out of there. Listen, what were you thinking? Well, you didn't know he was going to do that. You better watch what you're doing. Y'all, I think we're going to finish this guy and slap your mama's hand too. He ain't going to keep hitting on my knees like that. Back on up. Back it up. Back it on up. Back it on up. Fresh, high quality corn for anybody involved. Well, we gotta hook it up and see those purses and all. Well, I wanted to say, shout out to anybody struggling watching this thing. Well, sorry, y'all, I couldn't finish what I was trying to say. That old chicken picked me in my leg back there. You guys know that thing get turned around. Well, if you're sitting there watching this thing, you're struggling with anything, I like to let you know it's okay to struggle with things. Well, I'm struggling with something myself. Well, my main thing, y'all, I struggle with, I have too much pride at times. Well, I don't like to ask for help and all. And well, they say that pride lay a wicked track. Sometimes that pride will get you tangled up in situations. Well, last week, well, I kind of pride myself on being strong enough to handle my own stuff and making my way through on my own. That's been tested this week, and well, for the first time in a while, I felt a little weak, but I laced them Converse up and well, put that right foot in front of the other. Who cares what you stepping? Keep on walking. And that's exactly what I done. Woo. They left that old crock up there. Well, I was trying to, wait a minute, let me get that off there. Carson, if you're watching this far, you said I'd fall. Well, I was trying to get my Morgan Freeman on and narrate this thing, and I tripped. Let me get the feet. Let me get the corn. Maria's still laughing at me over there. Let me get the scoop. I gotta feed the rest though. I told Maria when you're getting after it, it's supposed to look like that. Put some more corn down. Y'all get the point. Y'all know what I was trying to do. Let's just throw this one over the top. I already fell on my butt and embarrassed myself for the day. I wouldn't dare sit here and try to talk through that. Y'all know who they are. The same characters. Next area we're gonna come in here and feed as well. Those silky pen. I'm not gonna go through too much time introducing these guys. Well, if you fall across the street, well, you know who these guys are anyway. But I am gonna say, well, it's a long day of work. I'm glad y'all come on with me. Well, it's Black Friday, and Maria told me that as I headed out the door this morning, but, well, I ain't worked no 9 to 5 in so long. I guess I forget. Well, they trick you in there on them holidays and make you just work. Oh, whoa. But, I got to wash them dishes and all, and I enjoyed myself nonetheless. And, well, if you're watching this thing, well, you washing on them same dishes I'm washing on. It don't matter how much you're making. Well, just be grateful that you're working. Whew. But I'm gonna feed them up a little more, and well, I'm gonna get on and feed the other ducks. Well, cause I think I gotta go back tomorrow. Well, that's the thing about this old occupation thing. Well, that's right, occupation. I call this my occupation. Well, the occupation is what you get paid for doing. Well, it's not my job. Well, my job is, well, to keep going out on the highways and byways and, well, doing what God called me to do. But my occupation, on the other hand, well, if you're having to go in and do that same thing I'm doing tomorrow, well, go in there and wash them good, and, well, I think I gotta hit it again tomorrow, and, well, this time, well, I hope the chicken's worth it. You want some chicken? I should ask them guys, well, down at the old restaurant, whether they want to start serving fresh silky. It ain't USDA, but it's across the creek, DA. You know, it's duck feeding time. They said they'll come on in and have a little bit. Well, all except for that shy third one. He always comes in last. Well, I ain't gonna keep spoiling. He gonna have to learn to come in and meet y'all one day. But so far, these two say, well, they don't mind me as long as you don't sketch them out too much. We're gonna get on. We gotta stop in and, well, feed them ducks up. Y'all stay tuned. It's time to do some feeding, y'all. But while I'm here, y'all saw the corner of that screen. There's that pond. Well, the pond experiment there. Well, I'm getting impatient, and Maria, well, we've been all on the internet. We trying to find, well, local well drill tappers in the area and all. Well, y'all might think I'm kidding, but I'm actually kind of serious. And well, we considering maybe trying to see if we can get an old well tap in the area. And well, there's a house right through yonder ways that used to have well water, and I think it's within 100 foot or so. And well, we got to first figure out the legalities of it, and then, well, after that, well, legalities or not, we get into that well. But we're gonna tap us a well over here and try to see if we can get this thing, well, hopefully at least halfway for the spring and summer come in.
I got peacock snacks.
Bacon. Well, I saw Maria over here having a good time, so I decided I'd come try it out myself. We're gonna play us an old classical game of Blue 42. Old school country style. Well, both orphans are winning this race right now. But they're off. That and say you don't want to be a part of y'all's race anyway. Ooh. These peacocks here, well, they like snacks. They just like Maria. And who else don't like snacks, I guess. But well, he said, well, I guess I'll try this if you got something left, he said. Get you some of that bacon. Good, high quality bacon. Feel like some of that bacon we serve down there at that restaurant. Some of that. Alright, now we get finished feeding that bacon to them guys there. Look like they want some more. That's how CJ be hanging around the table after breakfast. We're gonna get on to the next task. Well, you guys know, well, jobs don't stop here on the homestead, and well, I ain't quite off yet. I still got to get after it a little more. Well, guys, I know it's atypical that I come inside and do a closing, but well, I felt that this time was kind of necessary, and well, reason being is, well, we got us a new pet here. Well, Coosa River Spot here, and well, he said come up and visit with y'all some, and ask y'all to maybe subscribe if y'all consider it. But we're gonna grow this guy inside. This has become CJ's pet, and we're gonna let him do some striking and all. Like I said, I know it's not typical that we come inside to do this, but well, what better fitting way to give this guy, well, an opportunity, well, to make the Cross Creek team. All he's got to do, well, is to give y'all a good old subscribe and thanks for watching to get out of here. Let's hear it thump on 3. 1, 2, action. That wasn't worth nothing, and this guy here turned out to be worthless too. Thanks for watching.